Up and what's going on. And this one right here, man, this, like I said, it's just my thoughts, and I'll talk about something when it runs across my head. I was just thinking about what I don't do anymore. And what I don't, and I'm serious, I don't miss it. I don't watch it, right? I don't even know who I just know some of the main players are from the time that I did watch, but I don't watch sports. I just don't. Um, For some reason, it just does not motivate me the way that it once upon a time used to. I remember I used to go to the store. I would grab up whatever food items I wanted to eat, uh, call up people, see if they're going to watch the game, where they're going to watch it at, if they want to come by and watch it, things like that. And now those days have just gone out of my spirit. I don't even look forward to football Sundays or basketball comes on about 3 days out the week or something like that. College games, all that kind of stuff. These are all the things I used to love watching. And now I don't even know who these players are because I just don't watch. I don't care. Um, Everything seems, you know, like it's not on the level. You may, back in the past, you may have seen it sprinkled here and there, but now it just looks like it's just uh, almost like watching something that's there, but it's not real, right? You don't give it any credit. When they say somebody scored and took a title or something like that, I'm not phased by it, right? Seattle won the Super Bowl, wasn't phased. Didn't even know they was even in the running. When I tell you how isolated I've become when it comes to sports, I don't even have YouTube TV anymore. And the reason why I used to have it because that was how I was able to watch my sports. Right? I haven't had that service going on 2 years now because that is when I had kicked sports to the curb. Of course, I love my old school generation of sports, and that could be it too. When you get older, I think as we get older, it's almost like we see things different compared to what it was when we were young. When we were young, we probably are like the young people are today, right? Only thing is, the way sports was, you did not feel that the game was being set up, you know? And that's still not it's a hit or miss, whether that's true or not, whether that's what they do. If you ask my honest opinion, it seems like it. It seems like it because you see some things and you like, okay, how did you miss that? We see it and we're looking at it on TV. You right there on the field. How do you miss it? Right? So when you see things happen, I think that it does bring a bad taste to older people, taste buds of what we feel. Because I grew up in the Jordan era. I grew up in the Scottie Pippen era. I grew up in the Patrick Ewing era. I grew up in the Sean Kemp, right? Karl Malone days and things like that, where we saw these guys coming from college and getting it in the NBA, in NFL. We saw Ronnie Lott lay that wood when somebody went across the field, right? Hey, that don't look like it's scripted. Those hits show somebody going up off on one of those stretchers, right? Clean up the game, cool. But a lot of it just does not have that taste, that flavor, right? To make you go, oh, like it used to, right? So basically, it just feels, and like I said, it could be because of older, right? I think as like in music, hip hop head, I grew up in the late 70s, right? When rap came about, and I have been into it ever since. But after so many years, meaning 2000, probably about 2020 or something like that, that is when to me, anything that's out that somebody's doing, I pretty much don't even, I go old school. I set my Spotify and I set it to the 80s. I set it to the 90s. I go early 2000s. And then after that, that's as far as it goes. And that's not putting no shade on what's out today, because I still respect what the generation is doing today. It's just not my taste, right? So it's not a knock. It just means it does not grab me that I want it on my plate, right? I'm eating here. I don't want that on my plate. And it's not a knock against them. They understand it, right? The same way we understood what we listened to, and our parents back then used to say, "What is that trash you listening to?" Right? Imagine driving down the road with your old man, and then you turn the radio on, and then somebody comes on, and it's let's see, Herbie and Rakim. They come on, right, and he'll change the station because that's not him, right? That's me. It's not him. So I can listen to it in private. So that is what it's like. So basically now, I think I just reached that age, right? I think I just reached that age, 60 years old. And I think when I look at something now on TV compared to, and I think the other thing is, and this ain't a knock on them, because you got to make your money. If you're doing podcasts and it's on sports and that's what you do, that's what you're supposed to do, because that's how you make your bread, right? That's where your money comes from. But you have so many people that is in your face 24/7, constantly. Different face, same story, over and over again, right? Same story. So basically, when you see that, it's not on a level like it used to be. I remember when I was younger, right? And you're talking about Sunday football, Monday night football. That's it, right? There was no Monday, Thursday, Sunday, right? You saw some college games on Saturday. Then you had Sports Center showing us highlights. There was nobody talking about another person's personal life. You were not knowing that somebody was going through a divorce. You didn't know that somebody was having a kid. You just saw athletes come out, put on a show for you. It got your entertainment while you was eating your wings, eating your burgers, eating pizza, whatever you were doing. And that was your time off from work that you just enjoyed your day, right? Watching sports. Now all these journalists, they come out grabbing all these stories, and they make everything now almost about themselves. They don't even play sports, but they make it seem like you turn the TV on to watch them. And that's not even the case. Half the reporters back in the days, you didn't even know their name. You just wanted to see the highlights. If you missed something and the game was in another state and you didn't get it on your TV, you got the highlights from that game that they had edited for us to see, and we watched the highlights. That was it. Now all of a sudden, you got these guys coming on and young ladies, and they're talking like we're really there to watch them, and we're not. We're not. Nobody's going to walk up to you and ask for your autograph because you report the news. We love the athletes. It's not about you. But of course, you know, it is what it is. You got journalists that's on here trying to act like they're the stars. They come on with their segments, with their shows, introductions, and they make it feel like we're really there to listen to them. And we're not. I just want to see the highlights. The game wasn't here. Give me all the games I couldn't see. Put up those highlights. That's what I want to see. And let's move on. Right? But it's not like that. And like I say, 60 years old. Could be that reason. I just see it different now. And whereas it is compared to what it used to be, it's not something I want on my plate. So that's why I find myself not watching sports. Not watching it. But no hate. Just saying it's a different day. Just a different day. And you have a choice to make. Either you ride with the new or you just love the old. I love the old. I respect the old. The new, I don't know what it is, where it's going. It's a lot of things that's happening in this world that are new, that are just what it is. You get what I'm saying? So the old school ways used to be something that was really great and beneficial compared to what we see around us today. It's just everybody's a money grab. That's mainly it. So those are my thoughts. Yeah, 2 years now. Haven't really watched sports in 2 years. With that said, I'm out. Peace.